Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be another Canadian Soldier Reacts video, and today we are looking at the Paras Men of War. This would be the British Paras. This video was sent in by a viewer, but I don't have permission to mention his or her name, so I'm just going to say thank you. You know who you are. And if anybody else has one that they want me to take a look at, please feel free to comment down below, but only if you like and subscribe. I'm kidding. This one is 47 minutes long, and I don't want the video to be that long, so I'm probably going to chunk this up or maybe even try my hand at video editing. I'm not sure. We'll see. But let's get into it.
Readiness is a state of mind. We, as the 3-Para battle group, are at extreme high readiness to deal with any crisis. We are the tip of the spear, the Army's global response force, okay, at the high front.
So his beret, I'm just starting out. I know there have been some comments in some other videos. There was a guy with a maroon beret who almost looked like he had his beret kind of sideways because the flap of the beret came down over the front. I'm guessing that each different para regiment is able to shape their beret differently, but that shape of the beret is very similar to the way we shaped our berets and the way our airborne shaped their berets.
I'm the 2IC of the battalion.
So 2IC is something that most American viewers probably wouldn't understand because I don't think that you guys use it. But the 2IC means second in command. And the commander would obviously 2IC as a major. That's interesting. So I'm guessing it's a battalion that he's 2IC of then. Because, yeah, a major would be a 2IC of a battalion or whatever the paras call their unit.
I'm very much the CO's right-hand man.
Yeah, he called him the CO, so it's
a lieutenant colonel.
Definitely battalion.
I'm literally the next person down on the hierarchy. So imagine the CO is like a major pop star. So the CO could be Eminem. I'm his Dr. Dre.
Okay, interesting analogy. So this is interesting. Their readiness for war exercise, unless, I don't know if this is them or if this is enemy force, but they're acting a lot like mechanized infantry right here, because that's mechanized infantry tactics that you're looking at right there.
The need to inflict violence is a necessary evil.
True.
We are ready to really do the nation's dirty work, should that be called for.
Sure.
We are on a very, very short notice to move timeline. So within a matter of hours, I could be asking paratroopers to jump into combat situations overseas or in response to a terror-related incident.
So I'm guessing there's a bit of dramatic effect here, like there often is for these kinds of videos. But when you get to one of the battalions or one of the commandos or one of the regiments, whatever it is, that's just kind of, that's standard. That's just taken as a matter of course.
It sounds bad, but we just want to go to war.
Chinooks, or their version?
Our job is the profession of war. We're not warmongers. We're not sitting there going, I just want to shoot people. It's the fact that bad people in the world are doing bad things. All we need is a bit of war.
Yeah, you know, that's another thing. I know that a lot of my audience here is military, ex-military people, and they understand this. You guys all get it. But if you're a civilian watching these videos, what he just said is extremely, extremely important. The vast majority of people in the military, in the infantry, in the airborne, they're not warmongers. They're not looking for war. They're not trying. They don't want to kill people. Obviously, there are some psychotics everywhere, but when we find them, we get rid of them. Like, those people are a danger. But the rest of us, we don't want war. But if it comes to us, we're damn well gonna win it.
Water, a bit of food, and some bullets, and we're good to go.
We're like the dogs of war on leashes.
That's a new weapon. I've worked with the British and the British Paras before. What? Okay. Again, my knowledge 25 years old, so yeah, maybe they got a new weapon in 25 years.
And right now, I feel like the owner trying to hold them back. But when you say go, I'll let them go. We went to Afghanistan in 2006. And we were fighting for our lives day and night for the 6-month period. And I'd honestly say...
I wonder. So no one from my old regiment has said that they watch these videos yet, so I have no idea if they do or not. But if you were 1RCR in Afghanistan, let me know down in the comments. Or actually, if you were Canadian down in back in Afghanistan, let me know down in the comments. And let me know if you worked with these guys, because I know that we did work with the British a lot. I was not. I had gotten out by 2006, so I wasn't part of it.
It was probably the best time of my life. If you broke the news to me now that we were going to war in a couple of hours, I'd be absolutely buzzing. It's what the blokes were craving. It's what the blokes want to do. It's what they joined for.
Yeah, again, that's important, right? Because a lot of people can't understand that dichotomy of, you don't want to go to war, but when it's time to go to war, you get excited about it, because that is what you train to do, and that is a chance for you to use your skills, right? Logically, you never want to have to use those skills, but it's hard to put into words. But I totally understand what this guy's going through here, or talking about.
Folks are fighting men, and they want to fight.
Wiley, you haven't shaved this morning, have you? No, an idiot, mate. Wiley, come here. What's wrong with you? What? I don't understand what goes through your head.
I think he's looking at the sideburns.
Unfortunately, some of the blokes these days don't realise that they're in the army. They think they're just here for a picnic holiday. And he's one of them.
I'm pretty sure he's looking at the sideburns. I actually got myself in shit for sideburns once.
Corporal Denikovich has been a paratrooper for 16 years and served in Iraq and Afghanistan. He lives in the regiment's married quarters, just outside the garrison's perimeter.
Come here. Do you know what pissed me off the most about this morning? I said to you, why have you not shaved? And what did you say? Because you got up late?
Yes, probably.
Is that an excuse? Is that genuinely, is that an excuse?
No.
So you do understand why you're here then, yeah?
Oh, yes, probably.
Yeah.
If we get caught by the enemy in an ambush, is his weapon going to stop firing because he's not oiled it? Because he's not shaved, so he's not going to have oiled his weapon and prepped his weapon, is he?
Right, do you think I want to be here at fucking 2200 hours on a fucking Friday night? When I've got my wife sat in there, yeah? And I'm stood outside here, dressed in uniform, when I've been in civvies all day, I got stood down at 12 o'clock. And now I'm fucking back in uniform, dealing with you.
I grew up in Manchester, just me and my mum. My dad obviously...
Yeah, wow. Okay, this is fantastic. Like, again, this is something that a lot of civvies don't understand, but it is so vitally important, right? If you're told to shave, you shave. When you're given an order, your NCO, your officer, whoever it is, has to know that you are going to follow that order, and you're going to do it in the best possible manner. If you can't even get up on time to shave, he's right. How can I trust you to oil your weapon if I can't trust you to shave? Yeah.
Obviously just thought that the grass was greener on the other side, and the last time I seen him, I'd been to his house for the weekend, and he said to me, "So what time do you want me to pick you up next week, son?" He told me to go inside, and he said to my mum, "Yeah, I'm done. I don't want nothing to do with him anymore."
Show me your sleeping bag. Get in it then. You're a big tall lad, they might have issued you one that's too small. Need to check, I've got a duty of care. Do you not think that's a bit small?
I'm
Where do you
wondering
lose the most heat from?
why they're on two sides of a fence.
From your fucking head. What's sticking out?
My head.
Yeah. So therefore it's fucking too small then, innit? My
True,
next door
actually.
neighbour was
That's
in
a
the
really
regiment,
thin bag,
and I
though.
used to see him coming home on leave, and you know he had the best gear on. You know he always had money in his pocket, and he had an aura about him. He had a swagger, and he always had the time of day for me as well. Sleeping bag liner. Come over here. It's alright, isn't it? And I remember I used to like watch him out the crack of my curtain coming back in off a night out, absolutely like baggage, like and stumbling into his house and that. And I just remember looking out the window thinking, yeah, I want a piece of that. Basics done well. Is that not what we do in the parachute regiment? Every morning, you look yourself in the mirror and be like, am I going to be a dick today or am I going to be a paratrooper?
Standard is high. You know what? I think that guy probably got off lucky too, because you could have been charged. Like literally charged. It's a crime not to be properly shaven when so ordered.
This event is about mental robustness. All right? Stick with it. It's long, but stay with the pace.
To be ready for war, the parachute regiment needs a constant supply of recruits. But first, they have to pass the most brutal training course in the British Army.
One of those guys was in PT kit.
Private Kojo Bramer failed in his first attempt at passing the course.
Wow.
Right, put your body armour the right way round. Like it's inside out. You'll learn the hard way, Joe. Right, stop there, Bramer. It shouldn't take you about 45 attempts to put the bolt in, should it?
I was in the shits, you know, I was doing bad. I knew I was doing bad, and then I'll...
Okay, wow. There's a lot to unpack here. He's 17 years old. He's on his second attempt to trying to get into the paras. So getting into the paras in Britain must be different than it is in Canada. In Canada, you have to go through basic training. You can start at 17 years old, but you have to go through basic training. Then you have to go through battle school. And that all by itself is a good 6 to 8 months worth of training. Then you have to get to a regiment. Then you have to ask to get your parachute training. Then you have to get approved for your parachute training. And in order to get approved for your parachute training, you've got to impress somebody, most likely your section commander and probably a few other people. Then you have to go on your parachute training, pass your parachute training, come back to your battalion, and then get a posting season to get a posting to the parachute regiment. And then once that happens, I don't exactly know what happens there, if they've got some sort of a... I'm guessing that they have some sort of a probationary period where they can send you back. I'm pretty sure there are some people that did come back. So how this guy is able to be on his second attempt at passing this at only 17 years old is a bit of a mystery to me. Also, by the time... So if you go through all of those things that I just mentioned, you're at least a year in the military by the time you get to the parachute regiment. And putting your combat armor on inside out, not being able to strip and assemble your weapon within the prescribed time, I think it was like, I don't know, a minute and a half or 2 minutes, taking, you know, probably not 45 attempts, but taking multiple attempts to try to get the bolt back into the weapon. None of this is acceptable. So I'm not sure how he got where he is or what the heck is going on here, but that's weird. I don't know exactly what they're doing here, but so I've done something very similar to this on my pre-6A course. So I've told you before about the 6A course and a lot of us feeling like they were being way too nice to us at the start of the 6A course. Well, there's a reason for that. And the reason is a Master Warrant Officer by the name of Dave. I'm not going to give you any last names, but anybody who knows. This guy was a soldier's soldier. A lot of people would call him a Hollywood soldier because he looked like he was straight out of Hollywood. And he was one of these hard chargers who always did everything 100%. And he was always go, 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 charge, charge, charge. He was that kind of a guy. And so he was in charge of my pre-6A course. The pre-6A course was a 3-week-long course for all of the people who were selected to go on the 6A. The 6A being our first leadership course. And in reality, what it was a selection phase for the 6A. If you failed that, you wouldn't go on your 6A. We were in London at the time, London, Ontario. And I think everything that we did was in Ipperwash, which was just a small, 4 or 5 kilometer squared training area out on the lake, one of the Great Lakes. I can't remember which one now. We would go weekends back to the battalion. We had our weekends off, but all week we were in Ipperwash. Monday morning, like 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, we'd get on a bus and we would go out to Ipperwash. Every single time the bus broke down about 10 or 15 kilometers away from CFB Ipperwash. So everybody got off the buses, or buses, I don't know, and we would have to ruck in. Well, the first week, I think we just did it with rucks. The second week, we did it with stretchers. And I think the third week, he piled crap on the stretchers, if I remember correctly. And this is what it was like. I think we had like 16 guys per stretcher, but only 4 could be on the stretcher at a time, and you would have to sub in. Maybe it was less than 16 guys. I can't remember. You would have to sub people in along the way, and it was like a walk-run kind of a thing. But the master corporals, the sergeants, and Dave were all there screaming at you the entire time, and there were a couple of guys who face planted on this. It is not easy to do.
There were some of you that have made that by the fucking skin of your teeth. All right, if that was real life, that guy would have been dead because of the fucking effort that you weren't putting in because you were a little bit tired.
Oh, God. This is the same speech we got.
To me, it's a title to be earned by any means necessary. You know, if that means 2 broken legs, a broken arm, a smashed in face, yeah, then so be it.
The final event of P Company is a test of a recruit's courage called milling.
This will ascertain whether you have the fucking balls to be in the airborne forces.
What was that?
It's 60 seconds of controlled aggression, striking the target area, which is the face.
That's interesting. We never did anything like this.
You need to be one crazy fucker to come here.
We did unarmed combat. We did pugil combat. We did all kinds of combat, but standing in a tiny little box and 2 guys standing in a tiny little box and punching each other in the face is very weird. And the fact that there's one guy with no shirt on, the recruit has no shirt on, and there's another guy with a green, OD green shirt on, makes me think that he's fighting somebody who's already in the regiment. And that stare down thing that happened just a second ago, I'm wondering if they're fighting a guy who's actually in the regiment, and you've got 60 seconds of just wailing on each other's face. That's a little weird to me.
Draw. No one's putting the irons up!
teaches you how to take a punch.
You told me to, you know, kick that door down, I'll do it.
Oh no, the other guy's got his number on, so they're both recruits.
You told me to jump out of that plane, I'll do it. No questions asked. You told me to go kill that guy, I'll do it.
Shirts and skins.
The fact that I'm actually doing something I've dreamed of as a kid, I'm not going to settle halfway.
Good effort, both of you. Skins just.
I've been given a second chance to redeem myself. And I'm not going to leave here without the maroon beret on my head. I'm not.
All right. We're like, I don't know, almost 25 minutes into this one. So I'm going to leave this one here for now. So far, it's looking reasonably similar to what I know, at least, you know, for the most part. Again, I'm not jump qualified, but there's some good aggression. I've seen some good aggression here. I'm seeing a lot of similar techniques to what we used on us. So all in all, I'm coming to the conclusion that the Canadians and the Brits are pretty similar. So anyway, thanks for watching this one, guys. I will. I may do another one of this. I'll try to do another one and see if there's any really good content that comes out of it. But a lot of times I'll go through these things. I can't tell you how many I've gone through, and then I've just thrown them away because there just wasn't enough good stuff there for me to look at. But thanks for watching. Please like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe. I'm getting, you know, 1,000, 2,000 views on some of these things, and like 80% of the people aren't subscribed. So I would really appreciate it if you'd subscribe, guys. Really help out the channel a lot. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.